Hello and welcome to our playthrough of Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. I am Emerging Boat and we are about to embark on the first video in our playthrough of this series. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Happy to have you here. Hope you are excited to enjoy some Gloomhaven content. If you are returning from my Eon Trespass Odyssey playthrough, I hope you don't mind me taking a short break from those videos as I take a break between cycles 3 and 4. I promise I will be getting back to that game. I just needed a little bit of a break because I had binged that game for so long and I needed a different mental puzzle to be going through for a little while. I'm really excited to be getting into this playthrough though. Gloomhaven is, it holds such a special place in my heart in terms of like a pivotal game in my, I don't know, we'll call it board gaming career. I played the first one or started playing it back in either like 2017 or 2018, and it wasn't like the first big board game that I played. That honor goes to Eldritch Horror. I love that game. That is like my original true love. But Gloomhaven is like the first campaign style, huge, sprawling board game that I ever played. It was definitely the most money that I spent on a board game at the time. That's no longer true. Although maybe in total across like all versions of Gloomhaven and Frosthaven and all that stuff, maybe it's true. I'm not positive. But I remember just seeing this concept of like these video game type mechanics that I had never seen done before in a board game. I'm sure there are other games that had done them before Gloomhaven, but the idea of having like characters that obviously like Dungeons and Dragons has like experience and that kind of stuff, but having like a true like board game per se that had experience and unlockable content and was like truly brought like an RPG element in a style that I was not experienced with. I don't know, it was something that was unique to me and it just still holds a special place in my heart. I love the game, I love the mechanics of it. I love the customizability of the difficulty, and I don't know, it has continued to just be an amazing game, and I'm so happy that they revisited the original Gloomhaven and made this 2nd edition because they really did such a great job of like taking some of the amazing things that they brought to Frosthaven and then bringing that back to Gloomhaven so that you had maybe more of like the streamlined gameplay. Like Frosthaven had, you know, some things with the the city phase that some people liked, some people didn't like. But they brought all the like the best parts, in my opinion, from Frosthaven over into Gloomhaven, and I think it is such a cool way to revitalize this game. So yeah, I've played the original Gloomhaven. I've played all of Frosthaven. I've played most of Jaws of the Lion. I've played maybe like half of the Crimson Scales, the fan-made expansion. I played a lot of Gloomhaven Digital, and I have already played a decent amount of Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. This is not my first time, but I've not actually beaten it. I got like maybe midway through the campaign before I like switched over to Eon Trespass Odyssey and did some videos of that. Now that I'm coming back to this game, I want to restart the campaign just so that I can like actually start the campaign from the beginning while doing some videos for it. So I do have a lot of experience playing this game, although I feel like I'm rusty at it, and I'm sure it'll take me a few videos to like kind of get back into the swing of things and like remembering all the mechanics, remember the pacing that I like to do for when I should lose cards to burn them and all that good stuff. So I'll probably be rusty for the first few scenarios, so please forgive me as I will surely make a bunch of not just mistakes, but just stupid decisions. And I'm really looking forward to making those for you so that you can have a good laugh with me, a good laugh at my expense, whatever you choose to do. One quick note that I'll say about my videos is that I do like to try to maximize the amount of board state that I'm showing in the game, or really the game state in general. So I did a lot of fiddling with all the layout and everything before I'm doing this first recording. But that being said, I'm sure I'll be tweaking it in these first few episodes, and I will probably be releasing this first video actually earlier than I expected to. I'll probably release it while I'm still releasing Eon Trespass Odyssey videos, because typically I like to be a few weeks in advance of recording. So like by the time a video comes out, it's been a few weeks since I recorded it, but it helps me to have that backlog of videos. But I think it's important for me to try to get this video out earlier so that if you have feedback on things that would be important to you to help maximize your experience with how you're watching these videos and make the videos easier to watch or easier to read certain content, whatever it may be, please let me know. It may be a few videos before you see that feedback come into play, but especially as I'm starting this a new video playthrough with different screens and everything, your feedback is invaluable and I would really appreciate it. And one more thing to cover before we actually get into the game, I want to give shout outs to a few different groups of people. Shout out number one goes to the folks over at Foreteller. Thank you so much for letting me use the official Gloomhaven 2nd Edition narrations as a part of this video. I think it's really going to enhance the quality of it. If you're interested in getting the narrations for yourself, you can use the link that's on the screen here that will take you to the Foreteller store. There's also links in the description of this video as well. Shout out to Cephalofair for making such an amazing game. I would not be making these videos if you had not made this game. So I really appreciate all the amazing works that you folks have done. And I've had really good experience with your support folks as well. So yeah, just overall amazing company. Really appreciate the quality of output that you have and the types of games you make. And then lastly, shout out to the makers of both Gloomhaven Secretariat and Gloomhaven Full Stack. I'm going to be using both of your apps in this playthrough because there are features that I like about both of them. Both of them are outstandingly done apps, like a crazy amount of features in them. We'll probably be seeing a little bit more of Gloomhaven Secretariat than Full Stack, but I recommend checking both of those out if you haven't already and you're looking for a way to like digitally manage your campaign. Both of them are excellent. So check them out and appreciate the folks who made those. Oh, and actually one more shout out. If you're interested in where I got this terrain from, I think most, if not all of it, I believe came from Talisman Saber. I printed most of this stuff years ago, actually. I think when Frosthaven was still just like waiting to come out, I was looking for something to do with my time. You will notice that some of the other terrain that we'll see in some of the other scenarios is going to be a little bit more Frosthaven themed because I have some like snow and things on there, but we're going to be using it for Gloomhaven. Also, I clearly have not finished painting everything. I will be painting it as I go, but yeah, I was excited to get into this playthrough and I didn't want to just keep putting it off just to finish painting the terrain. So pardon the under construction aspect of it, but hopefully it's pretty enough that you can still enjoy the content. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into our prologue for Gloomhaven 2nd Edition.
The Sleeping Lion Inn isn't in a nice part of Gloomhaven, or a good part of Gloomhaven, and definitely not a safe part of Gloomhaven. It's a rough-hewn pub, a favorite of low-life merchants, brigands, and mercenaries like yourselves. Still, it's your favorite haunt. The staff there don't mind the sweat and filth that comes with your lifestyle, and it's a good place to meet clients looking to hire some muscle. So when Jexera, a Valrath woman wearing a red cloak and enough gold jewelry to keep you fed for a decade, approaches you in the Sleeping Lion and offers to pay you to track down a group of thieves outside of town, well, it seems like as good an excuse as any to sober up and start paying off your tab.
They're pests on the road,
says the sharp-toothed merchant, her tail whipping about in agitation.
I like my road. It's where my money comes from.
She drops her smile.
Exterminate the pests on my road.
You head out to the dank alleys of the Boilers district, prepared to crack some low-life skulls until someone gives up the location of the thieves' hideout. Surprisingly, though, your tip comes from a human wearing a crisp yellow uniform that identifies them as a high-ranking member of Gloomhaven's military.
First Shield Nithrin Harmon, Guard Commander.
They say.
Listen, we've been tracking that gang of bandits for some time. I didn't consider them a problem before, but they're growing bolder, and I have to do something. I can't spare any soldiers to hunt them, but I can tell you where they are. If you put those thieves down, the city of Gloomhaven will pay you for the trouble.
You clasp the guard commander's hand and make the deal. It's the first rule of mercenary work. Do the job and get paid. But if you can, get paid twice. After all, everyone needs to eat.
Indeed, everyone needs to eat. But we don't care about everyone so much as we care about the mercenaries in our group, and let's take a second to actually meet those mercenaries now. We have Clarissa, the Silent Knife. Her little mini there. What's going to be the best way to show this? My paint job is not amazing, but you know, it actually came out better than I expected. And then, so Clarissa, Silent Knife. Silent Knife class is a bit of a rogue class. Really good initiative control with very high initiative and very low initiative. So it can go early or late in a round pretty easily. Let's slide this out so you can see a little bit better. And she prioritizes single target attacks where she is trying to attack enemies that are by themselves or adjacent to some of Clarissa's allies. I'm sure I will mistakenly call her Scoundrel at some point because that is what the class was called in Gloomhaven 1st Edition. I've not actually played this. I've not played any of these three starting classes in Gloomhaven 2nd Edition. That's why I actually picked them to start. So yeah, we have Clarissa the Silent Knife here. Oh, and her personal goal, or personal quest rather, is finding the cure. It starts as a craving for fruit. Then your joints start to crack and pop. But you've seen it progress through enough neighbors to know it gets worse. Way worse. Blood, boils, and death. An ancient scroll in the university's library has a cure, but it requires several rare ingredients. If you gather them, you may be able to brew the potion and stop the plague from spreading. The objective is to complete scenarios in 5 of the following locations: Copperneck Mountains, Corpsewood, Dagger Forest, Gloomhaven, Lingering Swamp, Misty Sea, and Watcher Mountains. And we potentially, well, we will unlock the Saw class once we do that. Everybody say hello to Clarissa. Hello, Clarissa. All right, let's put her away. I probably will not even be needing her character mat again anytime soon. Next up, we have, put that away, Raphael the Mindthief. The Mindthief has some versatility in how they can be played because they use augments, where augments can affect, they're generally like adding modifiers to how the Mindthief attacks. I'm sure there's things that affect other like aspects of their abilities other than just attacking, but I think the initial ones are all attack based, where maybe you're doing, you're adding an extra damage to your attacks. Or maybe you're adding poison and muddle in that example in the card there. So augments can help you to decide or give you flexibility in what you're trying to achieve with the Mindthief in any given round. You can only have one augment active at any given time, but you can swap them out. And I believe all the augments are just discard. None of them go into the lost pile. So you're kind of encouraged to be swapping through them throughout a scenario. I'm not sure what the optimal number of like augments is to bring. Maybe it's like 3, but you're only going to be using 2. I don't know. We'll find that out. We'll kind of get into the groove of it in the first scenario. But both Raphael and Clarissa have a very low health pool, so they will not be taking, or they should not be taking the brunt of many attacks. But we'll see how good I am at avoiding those in these first couple scenarios because I'm going to be rusty. Raphael's personal quest is Augmented Abilities. Sure, Gloomhaven may not be the coziest place, but that's perfectly fine when it has so many other things going for it. Namely, Aesthers. You have never seen so many. There are even rumors of one in town with the ability to strengthen a person through magic. With a little enhancement, you could excel at anything. And our objective is to purchase 5 enhancements. Requires the Power of Enhancement Global Achievement. Then read section 71.2, and we can unlock the Circles class. So that can be fun. Also, I will give another shout out to solo strategic playthroughs. I saw that I was watching some of his videos and I saw that he painted his bases to have the base be a similar color to like the class's color. And I thought it was a really good idea to be able to kind of like be able to quickly identify who was who on the board. So I took that idea and I hope it works out well. But yeah, thank you for that idea. If you're interested in somebody else doing playthroughs of Gloomhaven 2nd Edition, go check out Solo Strategic Playthroughs because they also do some playthroughs of other games. But yeah, really good content. All right, so that is Raphael, our second mercenary here. Let's get these things out of the way. And then lastly, we have our friendly Cragheart, Dwayne. Did I name him after Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Very uncreatively? Absolutely. I am not ashamed to admit it. I'm not a very creative person, but I am actually pretty happy with how this paint job came out. We talked about having versatility with the Mindthief, and I would say we have even more versatility with Cragheart. Cragheart can do a lot of things. You could have Cragheart be more of a melee character. You could have them be a ranged character. You could have them do healing. You could have them do control in other ways because they can both create and destroy obstacles to try to manipulate enemy movement. Cragheart was always a character that in the first edition I felt like I never really mastered. I don't know, a lot of people said that Cragheart was their favorite character. At least I remember reading some opinions about that. I just never got the hang of Cragheart to that, and maybe it's because I didn't commit to going a specific build path with him. Yeah, anyway. Cragheart can do a lot of things for us. He is probably going to be the one taking most of the hits in our class, or in our mercenary group here. If you've played Gloomhaven before, which I'm sure a lot of you have if you're actually watching these videos, then you know that you don't really want to be intentionally, well, with most classes, you don't want to intentionally be trying to take hits with any of your characters because you generally want to be trying to avoid damage in other ways. But I really don't want to be taking those hits with Raphael and Clarissa, so Dwayne will probably be taking the brunt of those attacks. And we're going to see if he is the first to die in most of our scenarios, because if there's going to be somebody who takes the brunt of the mistakes, honestly, it's probably going to be you, Dwayne. So sorry about it, buddy, but I think you're up to the task here. Oh, and I just talked about killing Dwayne, but I didn't actually even read his personal quest. I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to do that to you. Dwayne's personal quest is Zealot of the Blood God. All these ants scurrying about, they have no concept of true devotion. It's about giving over every last scrap of yourself to something greater. The writings of the old ways demand sacrifice. Only your blood in battle will appease the one who smiles behind dripping teeth. When there is no blood left, the infinite awaits. Our objective is to end 10 scenarios with your current hit points value equal to half your maximum or less, rounded down without exhausting. Then read section 122.3, and completion will unlock the Lightning Bolt class. So, Dwayne, I am so sorry. I also said that I was going to kill you. I did not mean that. I just meant exhausting. We don't, this is like that Nintendo franchise where things don't die. They just, faint, exhausted, tired. Everybody's sleepy. So now we need to take out this group of thieves that Jexera asked us to track down. Well, not just Jexera. We've actually been asked by both Jexera and First Shield, Nithrin Harmon. Let's go back to our adventure tab here. And we will go in our foreteller app, go back and jump over to Scenario 1, Bandit Camp. Now, if I remember correctly, you don't actually do a road event before scenarios 0 or 1. We're going to skip scenario 0. I don't think I really need to do that. Scenario 1 will be our intro here. And I love how they actually put the scans of the pages in the foreteller app. That's very nice to have.
The bandits weren't hard to track. Thieves with money become careless. Loud shouts and drinking songs echo through the woods as you approach the site that First Shield Harmon showed you on the map. Peering over a ridge, you see a drunken celebration in a makeshift camp. The bandits laugh together as they dig through chests of finery. They've clearly just returned from a raid on a merchant's caravan. One bandit giggles as he throws a silk robe over his shoulders, sashaying theatrically around the campfire.
Oh, please don't kill us.
He mews in a high-pitched mockery of a white oak accent.
You can take anything you want. Please, just...
He pretends to stab himself with his dagger, falling to the ground as the gathered thieves erupt in laughter. As you watch the ghoulish performance, a bandit steps out from behind a tree right next to you and shouts in surprise.
Hey, intruders!
There goes your ambush. The other brigands drop their loot and rush to your hiding spot. One of the older bandits draws a knife and laughs.
Well, well. It ain't every day we get people stupid enough to hand-deliver their valuables to us.
Joke's on them. If you had any valuables, you wouldn't be here in the first place.
These damn brigands. We're going to take their money and their lives. All right, to get a little sense of where we're at on the map here, I'm going to go over to Gloomhaven Full Stack, which provides a nice little full map here. I'll click highlight and we can see all the scenarios that we have available to us. We are over here just to the west of Gloomhaven. Let's see, we are technically in, I think this would be in the Dagger Forest, technically, right? Sure. It is on the Dagger Forest, because I think, yeah, it actually tells us here. Okay. So this will actually help us out with Clarissa's Finding the Cure personal quest as well. And our objective for this scenario is to kill all the enemies. Neat. I love a good kill all enemies scenario. That was one of the things that in Frosthaven, I think that was kind of a love-hate thing about the scenario variety. It was really creative, the amount of scenarios they had and the different types and the different objectives you had. Personally, I thought, like, I wanted to play the scenarios to kill all enemies, mainly because I like thinking about the challenge of how do I master the classes, and I like thinking about that in the sense of trying to kill all the enemies, as opposed to, like, how do I master the class in all these different types of scenarios. So Gloomhaven, 2nd edition, does a lot more of the kill all enemies types of objectives. It does have some variety. It's not just kill all enemies, but I do actually like generally when scenarios are just about, yeah, just get rid of them all. I want to think about how I do that creatively with my classes and the composition of classes that I have at any given moment. Anyway, I think I have everything set up for this scenario as well. I need to go to this view actually and go to this. And we'll be using our Gloomhaven Secretariat app for actually tracking things within our scenarios. I'm very used to using the Xhaven app, and this one had the most similar feel. I think Xhaven was originally derived from what, Gloomhaven Helper? I don't know. I forget the whole lineage of apps, but I really like how so many people have kind of like taken it upon themselves to go through and create their own apps. So you actually have different apps that have different looks and feels that are based off of, you can find something that fits what you want. There is a little bit of an issue here. I think I just need to do something on the screen to get that UI to reset. There we go. Also, I have the clock down here, so if you really want to see how often I'm pausing and unpausing the video, you can actually look down here and see the little active timer on the scenario. I don't know how to turn that off. I turned off game clock. I don't know. It's not really a big deal, but yeah, you'll be able to see how often I'm pausing and unpausing, which, spoiler, it's quite a bit. There we go. I just did it for you so you could see a little example of it. So you can look for my little, I would say editing, but if you have watched my Aeon Trespass Odyssey videos, one thing you will know about me is that I hate editing videos with a passion. Like I spend a lot of the time recording these videos. I don't want to spend the whole time going through and like editing it after the fact. So I do like my whole setup and set up OBS and all these different scenes to be able to like try to do, you know, all the scene switching and everything on the spot. So that way I don't really have to do any editing afterwards. So you'll see a lot of pausing during the videos, and that's because I'm actively pausing within the video so I can like take the time to think about what I'm going to do and not feel rushed. And so hopefully that results in me being able to play a little bit better, and you can see hopefully better strategy without me feeling rushed. But yeah, anyway, so that's a little peek behind the curtain. Before we dive into the scenario, we're going to do a quick show of all the loadouts that we have for each of our classes. So let me do that now. All right, and with that, I think we're ready to draw battle goals and move along with our scenario here. So let's do that. I'm going to be figuring out these apps as I'm using them because, like I said, I'm used to using Xhaven Assistant, and that's about it. Everything else would be pencil and paper. So this will be a little bit of a new adventure for me as well, but we're going to figure it out together. Clarissa has 3 options. We have Bully. We can kill an enemy that has 2 or more negative conditions. That's 1 check mark. Tormentor. Apply a different negative condition to an enemy that already has 1 or more negative conditions. That's 1 check mark. Then Slayer is kill 2 or more enemies in the same round. Also, I'll note that I am playing on... I'm just going to do +0 difficulty. I think after a few scenarios, like I would eventually like to bump this up to +2. But because I haven't played in a while and I'm not as familiar with these characters as I am with other ones, I'm just going to keep this as +0. But at least the next scenario, I'm sure we'll bump it up to +1 and then probably maybe play a few scenarios at +1 and then we'll go to +2. But back to battle goals here. I mean, anytime I see a double checkmark 1, I'm like very tempted to take that, but I feel like Slayer is going to be hard for Clarissa because she doesn't really have a lot of, she only has 1 multi-target attack here with throwing knives. Actually, I mean, this card is going to be, if she is going to achieve that Slayer battle goal, she would have to use throwing knives for it because she either needs to use it for the top to target multiple people. Oh, actually, she does have quick hands, which has an attack on the bottom. Okay. I mean, that's going to be hard for her, I feel like. Bully is kill an enemy that has 2 or more negative conditions. I'm going to take Tormentor, I think. I think it's going to be the easiest one for us to get. Yeah, maybe once I'm more in the swing of things, I'd be more likely to take Slayer. But for now, we'll just pick something that is easy. Okay, so choose selected card. And now if I go to this, okay, so I'll just keep it like that. Good to go. Raphael has, a couple of double checkmark ones. We have Prepper, which has performed no attack abilities in the first 3 rounds. Ooh, do not like that for him. Streamliner, which says have 5 or more total cards in your hand and discard pile at the end of the scenario. What's his base hand cards, or base hand size? Is it 10? Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty doable one. And then Wallflower is end each of your turns adjacent to a wall, obstacle, or objective. Ooh. That one, I feel like that one's going to be, it's a little tough, but I think that should be pretty doable. If we're going to be playing on a +0 difficulty, I think we can kind of be a little bit constrained here. I'll try that one with Mindthief. Select that. I think I'm going to get the physical cards out for these as well. Because I do like that you can do this within the app here, but I wish you could show it because like I have a terrible memory. I need a visual reminder of these things. So maybe what I'll do is, let me grab the physical card as well. All right, so we got Tormentor. Ah, come on. Sticking to my fingers over here. Put that there. We got Wallflower. Put this one here. How does that look? That looks good. And then Dwayne, what are you trying to do? Other than kill people, what are your objectives for this scenario? We got Pedestrian. Never enter a hex occupied by an ally, enemy, objective, or obstacle. All right. Die Hard. Never have your hit point value drop below half your maximum hit point value. Ooh, that directly contradicts our personal quest, so I probably won't do that one. And then we have never perform a basic action. Oh, that... I'm kind of leaning that one. Let's see if I have the moves. I have enough bottom moves. Yeah. I have enough bottom moves that I don't think I'll be restricted to needing to do like a what's it called? A base move 2 on the bottom, and I usually try to avoid using a base attack 2 on the top. All right, yeah, let's do that one. Specialist. Choose selected card. Boom, got that. And yes, those of you who are very observant will notice that I already did hide the clock on the app because yes, I am self-conscious about how often I'm going to be pausing and how long I'm going to be thinking about things. Yeah, I'm doing it for my own comfort. I don't know, enjoyability of the game, but like if I have that clock showing, even when I have the video paused and I'm like sitting here trying to think about the cards, it's going to take me probably like twice as long. So I'm going to be like, every other thought is going to be, oh, I'm spending a lot of time thinking about this. People are going to be judging me for this. Yeah, overthinking. But I think we are actually ready to get into the scenario now. I'm sure there's probably something I'm forgetting because I just haven't played this game in a while. But I want to get into it. I want to pick some cards. I want to kill some stupid little bandits here. And I also want to replace this tree really quickly because in some cases I'm going to need to move some terrain out of the way for my own visibility. So I'm going to put this here. I will put the pretty stuff back as I don't need the line of sight, but this will help me see. And then I may tilt this wall down as well, just so I can see. Yeah, there we go. All right, that helps me. I'm sorry if I have completely broken your immersion. I understand if you can't watch anymore. I get it. No hard feelings. I'm going to think out loud here a little bit before I actually pick my cards, but let's see, as I become more familiar, as I start like playing some of the enemies more, maybe I'll allow myself at some points to like look through their ability card decks, but I'm going to play it like I haven't played this game in a while, so I'm not going to give myself that grace. But eventually, maybe once I get like 20 or 30 scenarios in, I'll allow myself to do that because I don't have the memory, but I should yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so right now I'm just trying to go off of what I remember about the scouts in general. I know they mostly do melee attacks, but I know they have some ranged attacks. I'm sure a majority of their attacks are melee. I don't remember. Well, I can at least see how many cards they have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I remember they have some range, some cards where they just don't move at all and they just attack, and some card, or at least a card where they just shield and retaliate. I think that's probably like their earlier initiative card. I don't think they're that fast or that slow. I think they're kind of in the middle, and I think that also kind of makes sense for why they'd be earlier in the game because they're a good kind of introduction enemy. And let's see, their base movement is 3. Okay, so I should assume that they can all get in range to attack, like unless I start it with everybody like back here, for instance. I could start with everybody there. And then in that case, only really one person to be able to get off an attack on Cragheart if we went late with everybody. Oh, also side note, for how I picked the gear and the items, or like the gear and the what's it called, the cards, I didn't feel like thinking about deck building or like hand building or anything at this point, so I just took the recommended gear that they had for each character, and I took the what's it called, all the starting cards without the X's. So I'll get a scenario in and then start thinking about if I want to have more flexibility in the cards that I pick. All right, here's what I think I'm going to do here. I'm just going to assume that the most likely thing is that they're going to go around like middle initiative, like maybe like 50s, 40s, something like that. And they're going to try to move and attack. And so I actually think I want Raphael to be starting here because I'm going to end up having him go invisible. But we're going to start off with what's his name? Dwayne going on the earlier side with this 13 initiative, trying to use the top of Dirt Tornado to be able to target these three guys. Yeah, these three bandits right here. I think you can do that with that because 2 range. Be able to get the AoE 1 hex of it starting here, and then we could get 1. Yeah, okay. It'd be like centered on this hex basically. And then that way, if they are able to get into range to attack, then at least they're going to be muddled. But the main thing that I want him to do is, number 1, muddle those enemies. Number 2, just get a little bit of chip damage off of bandit number 2 there. Because next we will go with Raphael, who is going to use the top of Psychic Blade to do to have your single target melee attacks may target enemies within 2 hexes of you. So he would do use that Psychic Blade and then be able to target this guy with an attack 3 curse. And then after that attack 3 curse, we can walk him into the trap, and that would hopefully kill him. The traps are, I guess, technically better saved for the elite enemies since they have shield, but I'm not going to try to optimize for that right now. And then we won't actually move with Raphael. Instead, I'll just have him sit there in that spot and be invisible. And basically just like taking up a hex so that nobody can get to... there's not an additional spot next to Dwayne, and there's not any hex adjacent to Clarissa that's going to be empty. Because Clarissa is going to end up going pretty late, and I'm just going to do some kind of, I don't know, move. Like, ideally want to be able to get an enemy that's by themselves and adjacent to an ally. That's probably going to be unlikely. I'll probably just be next to an ally, and actually in that case, maybe I have a better card. I have a better card, but it is super early initiative, and I want her to go late, so yep. All right, I'm good with this. Probably not optimal, but should be good enough. Go back to this screen, move these out of the way for now until we know who's going. And then we need to enter our initiative, so why did I put these away? We need 13 for Dwayne, 14 for Raphael, and 93 for Clarissa. Yeah, 93. Okay. 93. 14 and 13. And draw. All right, so we're going early with Dwayne and Raphael as expected, and then, ooh, those scouts are going super late and then doing their attack. All right, well that's fine for Clarissa. Okay, this will actually work out. We shouldn't be getting attacked by anybody, which is nice. We'll have Craig starting out, going first. Let me adjust that camera just ever so slightly. Sure, that's better. Actually, it's probably about the same, but whatever. So the muddle from Dirt Tornado is going to be a little bit wasted, but that's fine. We will start off with the Dirt Tornado attack. We'll do an attack 1 on each of them. We'll start with an attack 1 on bandit number 2. Let's see, can I draw that like this? I can. All right, perfect. We got 1 damage off on bandit number 2. That's think all I really was hoping for with that. Then we'll do an attack 1 on bandit number 1 here. That is going to be no damage. I will muddle them just for the sake of showing muddling, and also for me to get used to using the controls in this app. And then we're going to do an attack 1 on bandit number 4 here, which is probably not going to do anything since he's shielded, and it's a -1, so yeah, nothing, but we will muddle that bandito. I think I usually had turned off the automatic, what's it called, like status adjustments and everything in Xhaven Assistant, but I think I left it on here, so we'll see how that works out. And then I might actually just move, so let's see, this is done. Put this in our discard. You are here, I put discards here. We still have our 3 movement. I could move 1, 2, I could go here. Yeah, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to set up Clarissa well, I think, with, like, I'm not going to be able to have somebody adjacent to an enemy without themselves getting attacked, and I don't really want anybody taking an attack 4 or an attack 5. So whatever. All right, yep, we'll stick with this. I'm fine with that. That will end old Dwayne's turn. Boom, Dwayne is done. Now it is Raphael's time to shine. Raphael will start with Psychic Blade. So your single target melee attack abilities may target enemies within 2 hexes of you. This will go into our active slot here. Then we get to do an attack 3 at range 2 on bandit number 2. Attack 3 plus 0. Okay, just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to be null. This would be good. This is going to bring us down to 2 health on... Actually, I can do... it would be on this guy. How do I... Oh, there we go. Nice. All right, so then he lost his health, and then control the target of the attack ability and do move 1. So we're going to do that. We're going to move that bandit into this trap, causing that bandit to take, what is trap damage? 3, right? Yes, 3 damage for traps, so that will kill bandit number 2. Boom, dead. All right, and I need to find a piece of terrain to put in there. I did not grab one. Give me 1 second. Okay, pop this in there with surgical precision. Literally not causing an earthquake there at all. Oh, and then of course we need to put a loot token down here. Boom. I also forgot that we need to curse the monsters. How do I, if I click this, is it gonna, no, oh, sorry, we know that that's gonna be a +1. I am just cheating so hard right now. Well, I guess the curse is gonna mix up their deck anyway, so dang, I tried to cheat and I couldn't get away with it. And we had the curse from that augmented attack, and then we also need to get an experience. Boom. There, if I drag up, oh, nice. Okay, I'll have to remember to do that. Cool. And then Raphael can do, if you have not moved this round, perform invisible on self. Would I rather do that, or would I rather move up a couple of spots? Yeah, I'd rather move. The invisibility is not going to do anything for me, because I'm only going to be invisible till the end of the round. We'll just do a basic move too, because he can do basic move action or basic actions. It is Dwayne that cannot. Otherwise, he will violate his decree of being a specialist. And that will end Raphael's turn. Then those dang bandit scouts are going to go, and they are just going to swish at the air, attacking for 4/5 and poison. I forget, is that poison? That is for both of them, right? Or is that just, it would be only poison for the, I think it's both of them with poison, not just the elites. But it doesn't matter anyway, because none of those bandits are adjacent to anybody. So their turn is wasted. And the muddle goes away. Okay, so I do have the automatic things active. We'll see how that, we'll see how I like that. It'll probably be easier for tracking everything. Then we have Clarissa, and what is this? But, oh, okay, that makes that go away or come out. Now we have Clarissa, who is going at initiative 93, just barely after those bandits. And not perfect, but this works out pretty well. So she'll start off with doing her, the bottom of special mixture. We'll do move 1, 2, 3. She's going to land on this coin. And we're going to loot that. End of turn looting, whatever. I often do my end of turn looting just as soon as I land on the thing because otherwise I will forget. So we're going to loot that. Okay, there we go. 1 loot, and then we will also get to poison. So that comes out, but we're going to get to poison bandit number 1. Now I get to read this paragraph of text, but I think we're only going to get half the benefit of it. Attack 3, add +1 attack if the target is adjacent to any of your allies. That part is not true. Then add +1 attack if the target is adjacent to none of its allies. And gain advantage in 1 experience if both are true. So we only get +1 attack from it not being adjacent to any of its allies. Let's see, am I going to get anything from Tormentor? No, I have not resolved Tormentor yet. Okay, so we're going to draw an attack modifier. We're doing an attack 4, technically an attack 5 on Bandit 1 because it's poisoned. We kill it? Dang, we just barely don't kill it. Wait, all right, I need to force myself to get... Ooh, whoa, what? What is that? I don't know what I just did there. Oh, hold on. How did I get to that little, like, shortcut menu? I have no idea. Oh, no, I didn't mean to kill it. Undo! Just watch me fail at using this. Did I click that? No? Alright, whatever. I will figure it out. But he has 1 health left, just barely hanging on to dear life. And that is going to end Sinister Opportunity. That's going to go into the discard pile. And look at that! We just finished our first round. Woohoo! It'll bring us into round number 2. Let's go over to this screen. I have a lot of things I can do. I'll probably try to go somewhat early. I can go with Mindthief and try to take out, because he still has that ability that allows him to attack at range 2, or not technically range 2, just within 2 hexes. It's still a melee attack. But I think I want to be generating some elements this round. I want to start thinking about getting experience. I'll start worrying about experience in the second room, I think, because I don't know what that room's going to look like. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to start off with... I got to remember their names. I'm going to start off with Raphael, and I'm going to be doing an attack 1 wound on bandit number 1 over here. So that way we get the wound off on him. If we don't deal any damage, the wound's going to kill him anyway, so we should be good to go there. And then we'll have him do an attack 3, and we'll probably use Poison Dagger to attack bandit number 4 here with Frigid Apparition, just so we can generate a cold element there and deal a little bit of damage. That'll be his turn. And then with Clarissa, there we go, I got it. With Clarissa, we will go shortly after Raphael, and we're just going to do a basic move 2 with the throwing knives. There's probably creative ways I could use throwing knives, so trying to pull this bandit into the trap, maybe get an experience point from using the top of throwing knives. I don't know. I'm going to do this because I can get experience with using single out, and hopefully that would end up killing bandit number 4 over there, which would, after initiative 10, basically after Raphael and Clarissa both go, then hopefully that should leave us with just our elite bandit number 3 on the map. And then I was actually going to go at 47. Maybe I want to rethink what I'm going to do with Dwayne. Would have been nice if I had generated generated Earth last turn, because then I could get an immobilize off on that bandit number 3 up there. Yeah, I'll just stick with this. I'll have him go at 41. That way, if he's able to beat the bandit initiative, then at least he can probably tank the hit from bandit number 3 instead of Clarissa taking it. Go over to this screen now, and let's draw. Should it be Clarissa going first? No, it should be Raphael going first. Oh, come on, switch these around. There we go. So it looks like the bandit is going to be doing a move 1. Oh, okay, and doing an attack range 3 poison. All right, so I don't know if we'll be able to avoid that attack from bandit number 3, but at least will Cragheart be taking it? Or I think Clarissa might actually end up taking it. Yeah, Clarissa will take it, but that's okay because Cragheart can at least heal the poison off of her. All right, cool. So we actually have, starting off with Raphael. Let's move this around a little bit. Boom. Make sure we click on Raphael here, so that he is the active one. There we go. Let's do the attack 1 wound first on bandit number 1. Draw a modifier. Ooh, -1. Would have been poison, so we don't even have to wait for the wound to kick in. We're going to deal 1 damage and kill him. Okay. So he is dead, and he is dropping some loot, baby. That was there. And then we will get rid of this discard pile. Then we will use Frigid Apparition to do an attack 3, and I will use Poison Dagger to add poison to this attack. We can do an attack 3 poison on bandit number 4 here, who is shielding for 1. Attack 3 poison. That's going to be an attack 2 poison, but he's shielding 1, so it's only going to hit for 1 poison, or 1 and poison. Poison. Okay. Yeah, I forgot they had 8 health. I actually may not be able to kill. Well, actually, Cragheart, aka Dwayne, can just do the ranged attack on bandit number 4 instead of doing it on number 3. Oh, wait a minute. I think I was dumb anyway. Yeah, because Dwayne's ranged attack is only range 2 anyway. So maybe it's actually good that bandit number 4 is going to live, because we'll actually be able to generate the earth element if he lives after Clarissa's attack. Okay, but we'll get to generate our, I think this is our first element we're generating. Woo! I'm just going to keep calling out all the first that we're doing. This is the first time we had 2 characters tie on initiative. This is the first time we're ending a character's turn after they've already tied for initiative. Man, this is just so much fun. Don't you enjoy me calling out all these firsts? We're experiencing these moments together. I love this for us. I gotta be careful of how much stupid shit I say, because the more stupid things that I say, the more that I'm likely to forget actual things I need to be doing in the fight. So you have a choice between my comedy gold and actual like Gloomhaven playthrough. So I don't know. I feel like you probably just came here for my amazing comedy skills. I think, you know what? I'm just gonna change the title of this video to something about like Emerging Boat does stand up. You're not going to see my face. It's still just going to be the Gloomhaven board, but I promise I will be doing stand-up. I'll be standing up while I do the stand-up. All right, what was I going to do here? I think I was just going to do, I mean, is there any reason that I want to pull bandit number 4 towards me instead of moving 2 towards him? Yeah, I don't know. Why not? Let's just do it, because I didn't even think about that, but now I did, so we're going to do it. So we're going to do the bottom of throwing knives, and we're going to throw that knife into that bandit, pull him right on over here. We'll put this card in the discard, and then we're going to do single out top, attack 3, add +2. Oh man, this would have been nice. Now would have been a nice time to be using the top of Sinister Opportunity. All right. I'm getting a better feel for these things. Maybe in the next room we'll have a better idea of what we're doing. or the next scenario, most likely. At +2 and gain 1 experience if the target is adjacent to none of its allies. That is true. So we're going to do an attack 5 and gain an experience. Let's just gain that experience now. Oop. Attack 5. Anything else that I'm doing? No, I have no way to gain advantage or anything. Okay. Ooh, that is 6 and 7 from the poison, but only 6 damage, unfortunately, because of the shield. What? Why? What is this? What if I click poison? What if I click check mark? Oh gosh. Oh no, what did that do? I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not sure what that menu is that pops up. Alright, single out is discarded, and that will end Clarissa's turn. Oh, I went to pause it, and then it just did draw a card automatically. What the heck? Why? Is that just... Was it the last card that Dwayne had drawn? Okay, weird. Just as long as it's not like drawing more cards from the modifier deck, then that's fine. I can tolerate a little bit of weird UI. Yeah, what if we did that? Speaking of weird UIs, my little... I don't know. I can never get this phone camera positioned perfectly. Again, I am so sorry for ruining your immersion because of the little shaded line not lining up perfectly. Oh, also, I need to drag this little... Okay, I am sorry. This is terrible content. I will fix this for you right now. Okay, a little bit better. I feel better now. Now I'm good. Now I can just kick ass. I'm actually thinking about this right now. Before... But a little forewarning, one of the things that I typically do when I'm playing Gloomhaven solo is like I will wait until the end of the round to determine if I want to use a stamina potion. Just because I don't know. It's hard for me to think of it in the moment. I get a little bit of extra information at that point, but that's what I typically do. But I'm actually thinking about it now, and I'm going to use a stamina potion for Clarissa. Right, because what's her starting hand size? Is it 10 or 9? She's a 9, so she has an odd number, so it's beneficial for her to use a stamina potion now anyway, but we are going to get back throwing knives, because I actually might use that to pull bandit number 3 into the trap next round. We'll see. But I'm gonna do that just because. Now Dwayne will finally go. And Dwayne is just gonna, he's gonna pick up a boulder and just throw it? One of the things I did not think about with the pulling was that if I pulled, then I wasn't going to be able to, or I was gonna end up damaging people with the boulder. All right, I'm gonna retcon that. I'm gonna say I didn't actually pull. I just did a move 2 with Clarissa. Sorry, not sorry. Gotta get my sea legs back with Gloomhaven. I'll still end up damaging Clarissa, but I'm not damaging the Mindthief as well. And this way I can actually use the heal 1 to get the damage off of Clarissa. Okay, yeah, whatever. So we are going to do the attack 3 range 2 on that bandit. Let's draw... Oh my gosh. I'm clicking on the wrong screen here. I'm clicking on OBS instead of actually clicking in the Safari app. Attack 3, which is going to be an attack 4 because he's poisoned. -1. I have a lot of -1s apparently. So that is 3 -1 from the shield. So 2 damage to him, which is enough to kill bandit number 4. That bandit, oh, okay, maybe it's confirming if I'm trying to kill them. Interesting, okay. Bandit 4 will die. Drop some loot there. Then Clarissa will suffer 1 damage, and we will generate Earth. That will end that card. We'll put that in the discard pile, and then we will do a move 2, but why not? Let's use the weathered boots here. This is one of my old tokens that looks, actually technically it's a new token, but it looks discolored. Use this one. We're going to use the boots so we can get 1 additional movement. We're going to move 3, go 1, 2, 3. We're going to land on that looty loot space. Grab that coin. It's going to go right into Dwayne's wallet. Nope, not experience. We need coins, please. And then we can heal 1 at range 2, and we'll heal 1 damage from Clarissa. Boom. Earthen Bulwark is discarded. That will end Dwayne's turn. And then we have the Bandit, who is going to do their first valuable thing this entire scenario. And they will do an attack 3 at range 3 and poison. They're going to attack our Dwayne friend. Dwayne does not have anything useful to protect himself right now. So attack 3. Ooh, +1. So that's going to be 4 and poisoned. Rough. 4 and poison. Sorry, buddy. Why? I guess it's just confirming. Oh, it's probably when I'm poisoned. It's confirming if I want to, or if I'm like calculating the damage correctly. Confirm applicable conditions. I can't see that full thing. Okay, well, I will figure out if I actually want to use that or not after the scenario, but we'll keep it on for now. I do love the customizability of this. It's pretty awesome how there's like a ton of things that are automated, but pretty much all of them you can turn on or off, except for that dang little timer clock in the bottom left under the next round. Maybe I'll put a bug for that in and see if we can have a feature to disable that. But that is going to end the Bandit's turn, and we are going to end that round. Ooh, next round. All right. I think I'm going to use this round to get a little bit of experience. We're going to use these elements up because I think we have a bunch of ways that we can creatively kill this last bandit here. So what we got here is we are going to go early with Clarissa. She's going to do get Pierce 2 to all range attacks this round, and then she's going to do throwing knives, mainly just so she can get the experience from the throwing knives card. Then shortly after that, we're going to have Raphael go and put on this new Withering Claw augment. I don't really care so much. I don't really care about it that much for this room, this round. I think I'm just kind of prepping it more for the next room because being able to get poison and muddle to all melee attacks could be pretty nice to enter a room with. But mainly we're going to do the bottom of Submissive Affliction to have Bandit number 3 here just walk himself right on into that trap. We'll be using cold, and that will cause him to also get Eon Trespass Odyssey terms coming out. We'll get an experience with that, and we'll cause him to suffer 2 damage. And that should end up killing the bandit. And then lastly, we're going to go with Dwayne and get some healing in. So we'll cut over to this view. And we will start off with Clarissa. We're going to do the add Pierce 2 to all attacks this round. I'm just going to keep that. How do I want to show persistent versus round-based effects? You know, let's do it like this. Let's say, let's take this. We'll put that there. So we're going to get Pierce 2 for all of our attacks this round. And then we're going to do throwing knives. We're going to get an experience. I'm going to click the right window here. Get 1 experience. There we go. And then we will do an attack 2, Pierce 2 on that bandit. Oh, I didn't even put in my initiatives here. Whoops. Just assuming I get to go first. Then what do you have, Dwayne? You were going to do 38. Okay. There's a chance I don't kill that bandit. there is a chance. Actually, yeah, I did not even think through that math. Oh well, too late. I was thinking that he had 7 health. We're going to see how this goes. So Clarissa is going to do that attack 2, pierce 2. I could change up what I was going to do. Nah, screw it. I'm going to stick with what I was going to do. Yes, we're getting pierce 2, attack 2, pierce 2. We're going to draw a modifier card. That is +0. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to kill this guy before he's going to attack Dwayne unless I do a basic attack with Dwayne, which I refuse to do. I won't do it. That is going to end Clarissa's turn. She got her experience already. Yeah. Yeah, I probably, like, if I was playing a little bit of a harder scenario, what I probably should have done was change it to use the move 2 on the bottom of throwing knives, use my boots to jump into this space, and then do a beefier attack with Venom Shiv, because then I would actually be able to kill him this round. But oh well. Clarissa's turn is over. We're going to go with Raphael, and Raphael is going to he's going to control this guy here and have him walk on into that trap. So that's going to be, it's 3 damage, right? Yeah, 3 damage to him. Put this in here. Still alive. Oh, our Cragheart's not really showing there. There we go. Take 3 damage. Then we need to use up cold. And we're going to get an experience, and he's going to suffer an additional 2 damage. Okay. That is going to discard this card. And then I'm going to swap out Withering. I could... No, actually I can't, because I'm not within 2 hexes of the enemy. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to swap out Psychic Blade. That's going to get discarded, and I'm going to swap in Withering Claw. I can't do that attack. But I think I get this experience regardless because I'm still using the augment effect. So I'm still playing it as not a basic ability. So we're getting, wow, we got 2 experience with Raphael? Wow, good for you, man. All right, that is going to end Raphael's turn. Why does it keep doing that only for Cragheart? It just makes me feel like the only thing that's in Cragheart's deck is -1s. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even show. Dang. My first, well, at least as far as I'm aware, my first visual mistake of this did not put up Raphael's cards as I was going through them. I am sorry. We are going to use the bottom of Avalanche first. We're going to heal 2 on ourself. Right? Nothing is preventing us from using it on ourself, I don't think. So we'll heal 2, which is going to clear poison. Will that come away if I... Oh, wait, what? Oh, I see. Nice. All right, I like that. That was smart. Good job, developer. And then we get an experience for that because we're going to use the leaf effect. Dwayne's got his first experience. And then we're going to use the top of Rumbling Advance to heal 4 and actually get healing, as opposed to just clearing off that poison. 4, and then we're going to generate another leaf. And that will go into Dwayne's discard and end Dwayne's turn, and then I foolishly will have to take an attack. What the heck just happened there? I will have to take an attack from the Bandit Scout, which is going to be an attack 2 on Dwayne. What you got? +0. All right, that's fine. Cool. So Dwayne loses 2 health. That ends that round. This will get discarded. Next round. Yes. Did I? Yeah, okay. to this view. All right, this round should be pretty quick to go through. We are going to go with Clarissa, and we're going to run up and attack the bandit. We're going to loot along the way. We're going to do that super early. Then around the middle of the range here, we're going to go with Dwayne. And he has an attack queued up for the top action here, but probably not going to need it. So plan on just getting 1, 2, 3, getting here with Dwayne just to prep him to go into the next room in the next round. And then Raphael is going to just kind of scurry along and just try to take the loot token that goes here. To this view, and we draw, and of course Clarissa is indeed going first here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, looting each hex we move through along the way. That's going to give us another loot token. And that will end that part of Swift Bow. And then we will go with the top of Flanking Strike, and we're going to do an attack 3, which is actually going to be an attack 5 and gain an experience because the target is adjacent to one of my allies. Attack 5. Yeah, no advantage here. So, ooh. Okay, yep, very dead. Very, very dead. Boom. Dead. Okay, so Clarissa kills that last bandit. Then there, that last bandit will drop a loot. And I need to gain an experience still. I don't think I did that with Clarissa yet. Okay. We'll end Clarissa's turn. This will go in the discard. Then, look at this. I'm remembering this time. Then we will go next with Dwayne, and Dwayne is going to be very kind and not collect that loot token. He's going to go here, move 3. Then I think, if I remember correctly, you don't have to use the basic ability attack 2 up top here. We just do this top part, but because we're skipping the attack, we don't actually generate the element, and we don't get the experience. That's fine. I'd rather make sure that I'm getting that specialist. I care more about getting these perk marks than I do about getting 1 or 2 extra experience anyway. They'll get discarded. And lastly, we'll go with Raphael, who is going to move 1, 2, 3, and just go here onto this space and end his turn there so we can loot and get a loot. Now everybody has some experience and some loot. That's so nice of us. Wow. All right, those will come out. Those will both go in the discard, and we are looking like we are ready for a long rest here. Go to next round. Oh wait. Go back. Oh, it's because I did not do these guys. Why? It's just Cragheart. Like okay. I just want to check something. Okay, it does show us the +0 there. I think there's what, 5 -1s in the deck to start. I actually forget the spread that the attack modifier decks start with. Next round. I think we'll probably just do a long rest round for everybody. And if I remember, oh no, not exhausted. I was like, I thought I remember seeing a long rest button in here. It's not long rest, it's exhausted. So let's just we'll go 99 with everybody. 99, 99, 99. Oh, what is that? Oh, I guess it's in case. It just assumes that you have a long rest if you're on 99, but you can disable it. Very cool. Like that. Draw. We're going to get 99 for everybody. So everybody's going to heal to get their recover their items. Oh my gosh, why am I doing this? I'm trying to get better at the dragging because it's going to be faster if we do that from now on. You get your weathered boots back. And we got to pick a card for each person to lose because we're long resting. I think for Clarissa, I'm going to lose Special Mixture. because I don't necessarily need the healing with her. Nobody benefits from the dark, and she does she have other ways of getting poison on people? Because I do need that. Actually, oh, does she not? Is this her only way of getting poison? Oh, no. We do have Venom Shiv still. Do I want to risk? I'm actually going to keep Special Mixture because I think that'll help me make sure that I can get Tormentor done. It's going to be a little bit harder to get than I was expecting. I think once I start stunning people with the Mindthief, then I'll be able to get it more easily. But yeah, I'm going to keep Special Mixture, and instead I will lose... I'll lose Swift Bow. It is a nice card. But I already have some loot. I don't need to try to force myself to get a bunch of loot early. So I'll lose that one. Then for Raphael, what do we want to lose? I think I'll lose Psychic Blade because I'm going to see if I can try to get his mastery. And if I don't really need Psychic Blade, I don't think at this point. That is a nice card. But that's okay. I like the initiative of the other cards better. Not going to overthink it. Then lastly, we need a pick for Dwayne. Dwayne, what are you going to lose? I think I'll lose Earthen Bulwark. It's a nice card to be able to remove poison. But I'm not expecting a ton of poison. And I do like the other cards just more that I could be picking from. Wow, look at that. Our first long rest together. Another memorable moment. Let's go ahead and hit next round here. Yeah, confirm. We already did everything with everybody. So going into this round, I want to try to have Dwayne go and open that door and then either stand in it or maybe come back and then like go early-ish, just basically before Clarissa and Raphael would have to go. So I'll have them go late and then come into the room and just do some attacks, maybe try to get some setup going. So here's what I'm thinking. Dwayne opens the door, does a quick little dirt tornado on whatever enemies he can see just to try to muddle them. So he's probably going to be taking a number of attacks, so we want to try to prepare him as much as possible. Also, Poison Dagger should be unexhausted. And then we're just going to be able to generate an Earth Element with that bottom movement on Rumbling Advance. For Raphael, I'm not positive how I want to do this. I'd be happy to do either combination of these two abilities, these two cards. We're getting into the middle of the scenario, and I don't think I've used any... Yeah, I haven't used any burn cards yet because I've only lost cards from long resting. So if I get a nice setup for this Empathetic Assault with some movement, I'm going to do that. I'd also like to try to set up Clarissa potentially for this Sinister opportunity to get both the both of these conditions to be true. But again, with Clarissa, I can also be a little bit flexible in terms of which one of those the tops and bottoms that I do there. I'm using my only big movements with Clarissa, or both of my big movement cards with her in this turn for this round, but I'm not too worried about that. Like, we don't have a ton of area that we have to be running around in this scenario, so not a big deal. We'll have Dwayne going at 38, Raphael going at 79, and Clarissa going at 93. Move these out of the way. Well, actually, we know that Dwayne is going to be going first since there's no enemies on the board. So let's go ahead and draw. And Dwayne will do his first movement to open this door and stand on this tile. And then we're going to have a section to read in our section book. Let's jump over to that. When door 1 is open, read 11.1. Okay, no text to read here. We just revealed a new room. And through the magic of pausing, I'm going to set this up in an instant. Magic. I'm about to take a lot of attacks with Dwayne here, because unfortunately we're going to have to deal with ranged attacks from our from the bandit scouts, and then we obviously also have some ranged attacks from these new archers here. If this tree wasn't back here, or if, you know, both my other characters weren't back there, I could probably try to escape a little bit more using my weathered boots, because I think I can use those in the middle of the movement action, because it says during your move ability, add +1 movement. So I think I could still use that, but I don't see the value in it, because the archers effectively have like 6 range they can attack with between the move and the actual range, and then the bandits have 5. Although actually, no, I think my best bet is probably to move back 1, and then that'll bring some of the enemies a little bit closer, and I think that gets me out of range of attacks from these two. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Let's see how that ends up working out for us. We're going to finish up Dwayne's turn before we let the enemies go. Nobody's going to take a damage here, but we are going to generate leaf. Let there be leaf. That goes out and goes into the discard. And then I can use Dirt Tornado, and I'm only going to hit these 2, but that's effectively muddling half of the enemies that are going to get attacks off on me, which is pretty good. It'd be nice if I could use that leaf now, but technically it doesn't actually generate until the end of my turn. So we're going to do an attack 1 and muddle on each of them. So let's do the Bandit Scout first. So Bandit Scout 1 is going to get attacked for 1. Turn my music down here a little bit. Okay. Attack for 1, +1. Finally getting some positive modifiers with Dwayne. So you're going to go, that was 1, right? Yeah. We're going to have to add in a muddle anyway, so might as well do that. And then we attack for 1 and muddle on archer number 5. Draw another modifier. Ooh, okay, so no damage, but archer number 5 is still muddled. Okay, and that's going to end Dwayne's turn. Now we will go up to the Bandit Scouts. We're going to do move 2 and attack 1 or 2 at range 3 and wound. So first off, we're going to have this elite number 3 going. Move 2, 1, 2. Oh wait, actually, would they just go here? Because they try to go through that path. I need to read back up on monster movement for Gloomhaven. Yeah, I think technically they would stay there because they're aiming to get to this hex because that's the closest hex they can get. Or this hex, yeah, it'd be that hex because that's the closest hex they can get to in order to do their attack range 3 without being in a hex that's occupied by somebody else. And going to this hex back here, they wouldn't go there because that's not technically bringing them any closer to that hex. I think they would just stay here. Let me know if I got that wrong. I'm a bit rusty, so totally possible I am forgetting something. Then for the first non-elite, Bandit number 1, they don't have to move at all because they're still within range 3, so they're going to do an attack 1 at range 3 and wound. Attack 1, so no damage is dealt, but we do get a wound on Dwayne. And then Bandit Scout number 2 is going to go 1, 2. Then attack for 1. Oh, nice. All right, so still no damage. We're already wounded, so that doesn't matter. So then the bandits are done. Oh, actually, oh, I'm sorry. This first bandit was attacking at disadvantage, so both of these -1 modifiers would apply to them. All right, so we got to draw another modifier, +0, so we do take 1 damage. Dang, so that muddle actually ended up hurting us, which is a shame. Let's do this. Okay. And their turn. Next up is the archers. We're going to do move 3, attack 3 at range 3. So then this archer will go 1, 2. Actually, where are they trying to go? Okay, they need to get here, so I think they would go here. Yeah. But they cannot get into range, so they don't attack. Then archer number 3 will go. So trying to get either here or here. So I think they'll just go 1, 2, and stop there. Although I don't know, because both of these hexes would be shortest possible path. And if it goes here, then it's shortening its path to the target to 2 instead of 4. Okay, I just used a little simulator and it's saying that both of these are valid hexes. So I could either have it end here or here. I'm going to choose here because I think I'll probably end up using the stamina potion to get Dirt Tornado back for Cragheart, because that has the potential to deal a lot of damage. And I think I'd rather hit this whole cluster because none of them have any shield on them. Anyway, all right, now Bandit Archer number 5 is going to go. They will go 1, 2 here. And attack for 3. Are they muddled? Bandit Archer, no. Oh, no, sorry, this is Archer 5, who is muddled. Yeah, okay. Great, so disadvantage. Aha, no! Wait, why did that... Oh, I think it was just a graphical glitch. Okay. I was like, I thought it shuffled for a second, but nice. So that was an amazing round for monster attack modifiers. Hell yeah. That could have been significantly worse. It's going to end the archer's turn. No, you get a health back. Okay, yeah, there we go. I think I'm getting the hang of this UI now. It is really powerful. There's a lot more features in this than there are in Xhaven, actually, which is cool. All right, so Raphael is going to go. How do I set this up well here? We put Raphael's cards in focus. Ah, dang! I thought I was going to try to go for a mastery for Raphael, but I just realized I thought it was trigger the on attack effect from 3 different augments at least 3 times each, but it's actually 4 different augments 3 times each. So that's a lot different. So instead, maybe let's help out Clarissa with trying to get the Tormentor completed. Let's use a burn card, a lost card here. So we're going to move 1, 2, using the bottom of Pilfer. That will just get discarded. And then we're going to go crazy here. We're going to use Empathetic Assault for that nasty top action of attack 4, range 5, disarm, generate cold, get 2 experience. And we're going to target that elite bandit in the back there. So attack 4, do I have anything to help me out here? We're not going to benefit from the Withering Claw or anything else. Okay, so we'll just draw a modifier. All right, +0, so it's going to end up being 3 damage because of the shield 1. 3, okay. And then disarmed as well. Disarm, and we get 2 experience. Boom. How am I going to be able to scroll down to Clarissa? I guess we'll find out in a second. We're going to generate cold, and then we're going to lose this card. Cold and lost. That ends Raphael's turn. Go down to Clarissa. Oh yeah, okay. So I guess maybe I'll... Alright, maybe I'll have to figure out how to rearrange this window a little bit so that doesn't get in the way, because I do like having these extended at all times, but... Alright, Clarissa's cards need to go into view. We will do... I think we want to do the top of Sinister Opportunity and the bottom of Flashing Strike, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So we are going to do bottom of Flashing Strike first. We're going to use our winged shoes to add jump to our movement. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jumping right next to this guy who just got disarmed. Flashing Strike is now discarded. Then we will do an attack 4 with Sinister Opportunity because we don't have any allies adjacent to this enemy. I'll have to go back and see how many attacks she ends up doing this scenario, because I might be able to get her to 10 attacks. I might be able to get her to have one of her masteries completed. Dwayne, definitely not. And Raphael, definitely not too. So maybe one mastery through this scenario. So attack 4. -1. And that's going to be -1 from the shield as well. So just 2 damage to this guy. 1, 2. Okay. We'll put that in the discard pile. And that will end that round. Oh, and actually, I did want to use the stamina potion for Cragheart, for Dwayne to get back Dirt Tornado. I'll try to be better about actually doing it on their turns, but it's easier to wait until the end because, I mean, granted, I do get more information, but it's a lot harder to visualize where everybody's going to be as opposed to just letting everybody go and get the positioning done. All right, I think this is going to be a fun and really dumb and reckless round. First off, we're going to have everybody go very early. We are going to focus on getting Clarissa her Tormentor battle goal complete, because we're just going to get poison on that elite guard or the elite bandit that already has disarm on them. And then potentially we'll kill him. Hopefully we'll kill him with Venom Shiv. Then next we're going to go with Raphael. You know what? Nah, I'll save that for the last room, I think. I think this would be I can do this combination again later. I was gonna get a bunch of experience and stuff with Raphael, but oh wait, I'll save burning a card. So we're actually gonna pop this up here then, because I'm gonna use the top of that and the bottom of this. So instead, second will be Dwayne. We're just going to pop Dirt Tornado again, except this time we're going to power it up because we can consume the Earth element to get an extra attack and an experience and muddle everybody. And luckily we'll be able to get Clarissa out of that area, and so she should not get muddled. Then lastly we'll go with Raphael, who is going to basically just force this archer to kill themselves. They're just going to end up walking into that trap, and we're going to get some extra damage, and then Raphael is going to scurry up and just attack somebody else who's alive at that point. Let's do it! Do need to change Raphael's initiative to 20. Draw. Clarissa is still going first. What do we got with the bandit guards are going to move and loot? Those silly people. Oh, I keep saying guards, bandit scouts. Bandit scouts is what I mean. Actually, I think I've been maybe getting lucky with some of the scout cards then, because I think I kept thinking about what the guard attack cards were, or monster ability cards. Whatever, not important. Let's pull this back out. And then the bandit archers are going to be doing, not moving at all. They're just going to be attacking 3 at range 5. Though some of them will probably get some attacks off. I do not think I'm going to be killing most people. Well, actually, hopefully I'm killing most people, but I haven't really thought about who's actually going to be alive at the end of this round, so it'll be a fun surprise to us all. Clarissa will start, and she will do the bottom of Special Mixture and do a move 3, poison 1. I'll just go there, this is fine. Or do I want to get her out of attack? No, that's okay, I'll stay there. Then she's going to poison that elite bandit guard. Boom, poisoned, and that means that her battle goal of Tormentor is now completed. Actually, can I indicate that in the app? I'm sure I can. Oh, wait. No? Okay. Oh, interesting. All right, well, that's fine. I'll just flip it over here. And then special mixture is done. Then we will do Venom Shiv and do an attack 3, Pierce 1, Poison. I could have just used the poison from Venom Shiv, but if I kill the bandit, then that poison doesn't take an effect, and I wouldn't have been able to use or complete the battle goal off of this attack. So attack 3, which is actually going to be an attack 4 because of the poison. That's 5. That pierces the shield. This bandit is Dunzo. Reduce you to 0 health. And of course, dropping some money. And that will end Clarissa's turn. Did she get any experience from that? She did not. Clarissa is done. Next up. Okay, Dwayne automatically lost the health there. Oh, what the... Why does that keep happening? Weird. Move your cards into view here, and we're gonna get off that dirt tornado. I don't think we need to move first, right? Because we can target this with the bottom hex space. So basically we're centered around this hex, and we'll get all these 4 enemies. We will consume that earth to be able to get 1 more experience. Do I really already have 5 experience with Raphael? Is that right? I'll have to check that back on the video because that seems like a lot of experience. Oh, well, granted, he did use a lost card that got him to experience it. Never mind. That seems right. So attack 2 muddle. Let's start with Bandit Scout number 1 there in the front. Attack 2 muddle +1. So attack 3 muddle on Bandit Scout 1. Still has 1 health left. Muddled. Then let's do Bandit Scout 2. Attack 2 muddle +0. Just 2 and muddle. All right, and then attack 2 muddle on Archer 1. That is no damage to Archer 1. Womp womp. It's still muddled. And then Archer 3 is just 1 damage and muddled. Okay. Cool. No allies are in that area, so we don't need to worry about that. It'll go into our discard. And then I'm actually not going to end up moving anywhere because I don't really want to walk through that trap. Would not be great. So I'll just not use any movement, discard that, good to go. And we are now on to Raphael's turn. Dwayne is done. Raphael will start with the bottom of Submissive Affliction. Control 1 enemy within range 4 and have them move 1. So this archer... Oh, should I actually do that to somebody else? Nah, because this is the exact amount of damage that we need to kill that archer. So they will move 1 onto this space. They're going to take the trap damage, which is going to be 3. And then we're going to consume the cold to have the enemy suffer another 2 damage, and Raphael will gain yet another experience. Another experience, and that's going to be 5 damage total to this archer, which is just going to kill them outright. Boom. Come off. I got to get rid of this tile. Replace it with... There we go, just some regular dirt with some money in it. The classic pile of money dirt. That will end, or not end, that's gonna put Submissive Affliction into the discard. And then we still have Scurry. And I think I'll play it safe here. It would be nice to be able to try to kill, I mean, ideally we could kill Bandit number 2, and then that would leave Bandit number 1, like, it would be nice if we could get Bandit number 1 by themselves and adjacent to one of our friends so that Clarissa could get a nice attack off on them, but I don't think that's going to happen. So let's just do move. We'll just move here, landing on that loot, which is going to give Raphael one more loot at the end of their turn, but I'm just going to do it now. And then they are going to do an attack 2, and they're going to get poison and muddle on that. That enemy is already muddled. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, no, I want to attack Bandit Archer, or Bandit Scout number 1. That's going to be attack 2. Only hit for 1, which is all we needed. Scout 1 is done. Other loot token drops. But unfortunately, it's going to be picked up by one of that bandit's buddies, because Raphael's turn is done. Put that in the discard. And mark you as done. Oops. And then the remaining bandit scout here is going to do a move of 4, which is just going to, he's going to try to go into melee with the closest enemy. So it's going to, he's already in melee with Raphael, so we're going to keep him there. It's going to end up losing that, but that'll go away automatically. But he's going to loot 1, so this loot token goes away. Goodbye, money. If only we had Pilfer, we could try to just get that back from him. Just punch the money out of him. That ends the scout's turn. And then we have the archers go. Archer 1 is going to target Raphael. That's going to be at disadvantage. +1 or +1. Dang, so that's going to be 4 damage to Raphael. Do I want to lose a card for that? Nah, let's just long rest. Or, I mean, not right now, but we'll long rest pretty soon. So, Raphael, you'll be okay. It's only a flesh wound. And then Archer 3 will go. They will attack at disadvantage as well, +2 or +0, and that is going to be against Clarissa. So it's going to be 3 damage against you. Where the heck is that curse that I put in that deck? Come on! But that will end the Archer's turn. No longer muddled. Next round, please. I gotta say, I love having so many early initiative cards between the, oh my gosh, what are their class names? Between the Mindthief and the, I wanted to say Scoundrel, but it's not the Scoundrel, it is the Silent Knife. Just crazy low initiatives. I think all we're really going to do here is we're just going to do some cleanup and see if we can get some experience out of it and maybe set up some good cards for the last room, because we can start burning cards, I think. It's time to get aggressive. All right, so here is what I think we're going to do. We're going to go early as usual with Raphael, and Raphael is basically just going to swap into the next augment, the Mind's Weakness, which is such, I just remember it being so incredible in the first Gloomhaven, where it was just like, I mean, it was kind of too powerful where like you were almost always using the Mind's Weakness. I feel like these augments are, I kind of see the value in switching between a lot of them, so I am having fun with switching between the augments so far. But now we're going to go back to the basics and just get one that adds +1 to all your melee attacks. And then, yeah, that bottom of Prefers Edge is just so we can go early. But we'll probably end up going here and attacking them, and then that enemy can then attack the enemy next to them. Next, it'll be Silent Knife's turn, aka Clarissa, who is going to be doing a pull on that last bandit scout, put them on top of that money token, and then Clarissa will be able to do an attack 5 on that enemy because they're not going to be next to any of their friends at that point. And then lastly, we'll go with Cragheart, aka Dwayne, who is going to use backup ammunition, which is such an awesome and powerful lost card, with being able to get basically adding an extra target to your next 4 single target ranged attack abilities. We're going to use that with the bottom of Earth and Clod, which is a crazy strong attack. Probably a bit wasted in this room, but I was like, you know what, why not? We need something that's going to give us good range, and with this we should hopefully be able to clean up all the enemies in this room. Go over to this tab, and we will draw our cards. Raphael, of course, going first. Archers are going to be doing some moving and attacking, and Scout is also going to be doing some moving and attacking. So hopefully they don't actually get to do any of those things. Raphael, go ahead, please, with your turn. What did we say? We wanted to start off... No, yeah, we wanted to start off at the bottom of Perverse Edge and do some movement. We'll go 1, 2, 3. We don't have any cold to consume for that nice little effect, unfortunately. That'll get discarded. Then the top of Mind's Weakness, we will get to add +1 to all your melee attacks. So that's going to replace the Withering Claw. Withering Claw will go into our discard. And we will get an attack 3 off on Archer 3. That is +0, so 3 damage to Archer 3. And then as we control the target of that attack, we're going to give them an attack 2. And I forget whose modifier deck they use. Okay, they're using their own modifier deck. So Archer 3 is going to perform a melee attack of 2 on Archer 1. Do I want to do that, or do I want it to be melee attack 2 on that Scout? Nah, I want it to be on Archer 1. Attack 2 +0, so that's going to be 2 damage to Archer 1. And that is fine and dandy. Ooh, I actually didn't realize that. I was going to, I didn't think about... that's not going to matter. I wasn't thinking about Raphael's position relative to Clarissa for this next attack, but wouldn't have mattered for my card selection anyway. Cool. Well, that ends the Mindthief's turn. Go with Clarissa next. And Clarissa will do the bottom of Throwing Knives to do pull 2, range 3 on this Scout. 1, 2. Bringing him adjacent. That goes into that discard. Don't want to get the Cragheart and Silent Knife cards confused, because they're both green. And then we'll do the top of Single Out, which is going to be attack 5 and gain 1 experience. What is the... Oh, I need to get the bottom of Single Out soon. Okay. That'll be nice going into the last room. But for now, we're just going to do an attack 5. Just an attack 5. Attack 6, that is just massacring this Blast Bandit Scout. And putting another money token in there. I love spaces with multiple money tokens. Beautiful, beautiful sight. We get an experience for Clarissa as well. Okay. That will end her turn. And then next we go with Dwayne, who loses a health from the wound. And he's going to start with backup ammunition going into his top slot here. Get a little token, character token on that. Then we will do the bottom of Earth and Clod, which is going to get him 2 experience, so he's catching up to our other mercenaries. And we are going to get an attack 4 off on Archer 3 and an attack 3 on Archer 1. Let's do Archer 3 first. So attack 4, and that's because the Archer 3 is adjacent to an obstacle. Attack 4 is 5 to Archer 3. Very dead. Boom. And then we'll do an attack 3. I guess I should do this. Attack 3 on Archer 1. Nice. All right. That is 4 damage. That's enough to kill that last archer. That room is cleared. Now we can just loot these money tokens here. Oh, let's see. I need to move backup ammunition 1 space forward. And we need to lose Earthen Clod. Done. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Done. And next round. Dang, it'd be nice if I had a top heal still to be able to heal up our Cragheart friend here, but I think it's in my discard, right? Yeah, Rumbling Advance is in my discard. Could short rest to try to get it back, but it's not worth it. This round is going to be simple, though. We're going to have Raphael go first. He's going to be nice, and he's just going to position himself to get into the room in a couple of rounds, because next round we'll long rest. Then Clarissa was going to go and just collect some loot from over here, and then we're going to have Dwayne go and land on these loot tokens that Raphael is so kindly leaving for him. Go to this screen, draw. All right, let's just do this quickly. We're going to go 1, 2, basic movement. We're still going to be next to an obstacle and a wall, so we are okay. Discard both of these cards. We're not going to use any of the top abilities. Then next up is going to be Clarissa. We can move that out of the way. Clarissa is going to do a move 3, but we'll just go 1, 2, and go here. Land on this token. We're going to do a loot 1. Get us this loot and this loot. That is 2 whole loot tokens for Clarissa. No experience on that. Discard both of those. And then bring this up. And we are going to use the tethered boots while we're doing that bottom of massive boulder with Dwayne. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Land on these 2 loot tokens here. Go. And we will collect those, and we're going to do this top attack, but we're not actually targeting anything, so nothing happens. But we're not doing that basic action. We're specialists, remember? During your next 4... actually, I think I still need to do this if I'm using Crater. Because I am technically still using that ranged attack, so I'm not taking advantage of that extra target, but I have to use it anyway, I think. So, not the best use, but we do get an experience from it. We're almost at the end of the scenario anyway, so not a big deal. But both of these cards will get discarded. Oh, and I need to go through these to make sure that Dwayne lost his health. Wait, did he? He did, okay. It's like throwing me off that it's doing. Also, why is it on? What? I'm confused. Okay. Anyway, sorry. It's just my first time using this, so I'm just a very easily confused person apparently. But I think everything looks good. Oh, right. 2 loot tokens. That's what I needed to add to you. Ooh. Dwayne done. Next round. This should be another pretty quick round because we're going to be long resting with both Clarissa and with Raphael. But we're actually going to be taking a turn with Dwayne, because Dwayne is going to get the bottom of opposing strikeout so we can get some of those heals going. I'm kind of just doing this just because it's going to be passive experience. If I can maybe get 2 experience out of it, that'd be nice. I think we'll have at least a couple more rounds going on for this. Then the top attack of Crushing Grasp, we're just not actually going to end up using the attack. Over to the screen, and we're going to draw, and I wonder what the order is going to look like. Wow, what a surprise. So Dwayne already lost that health, so that's good. He's going to use the bottom of opposing strike. Put that over here. And then I'm not going to do anything with the top of Crushing Grasp. So that is going to go straight into our discard pile. But then for opposing strike at the end of this turn and your next 4 turns, we're going to heal to range 3. We're going to use that on ourselves. So we're going to get an experience for that first one. Go ahead and grab that now. And then we're going to heal 2. And that should remove, yeah, nice. Then Clarissa will long rest. All right, sweet. That health was automatic. There we have those draws for some reason. That one I might have to file a bug for. It's mostly just that it catches my attention and I'm like, oh no, something's happening, something's wrong. But like mechanically, I think it's fine. All right, so what card do we want to lose? It'd be really nice to try to get that mastery early with Clarissa, and I think if I want to try to do that, I need to. I'm probably around 6 attacks with her this battle, and it'd be like a good combo would be using like practice reflexes for the that top move 3 and the attack 3, and then using the bottom of quick hands, so that way we're getting 2 attacks off on enemies either alone or adjacent to one of our allies. So I don't think I want to lose those, but I also want to think about cards with experience and burn cards. Before I forget, also need to get back the winged shoes. Let's go ahead and just lose Venom Shiv. Doesn't give us any experience. We already have other great initiative cards. And we already achieved our thing that we needed, the battle goal that we needed the poison for. So yeah, we'll lose that. Actually, I mean, for that reason, I think I'm actually going to lose Special Mixture instead. So I'd rather have the nice initiative. I don't need the healing as much. So yeah, I'm good. Clarissa's turn is over. Wrong thing. Raphael goes. He already has all of his items refreshed. Do I want to discard this before I get my cards back? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, because I will be going down to 6 cards in my hand, so that's a perfect even number. Now I have to decide: do I want to just short rest with our Cragheart? Yeah, let's just do that. Let's shuffle cards here. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna lose Unstable Upheaval. I actually really wanted to keep this one because of its initiative, but also because of that top. So I will lose a health. Dwayne loses 1 health. All right, and we'll shuffle. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Crushing Grasp. Dang, this was also a nice card, but oh well. Get these cards back to our hand. And back to the screen. All right, so with the cards that I have left, it would probably be wise to not go in first with Dwayne. It's just the unfortunate thing is that I'm not a wise person. And so I'm going to go in first with Dwayne. Oh, actually, I don't know. Maybe it would be wise to go in first with Clarissa. She can tank some hits. I mean, she has the most health now. At the end of Dwayne's turn, like her and Dwayne are effectively at the same health, because at the end of Dwayne's turn, he'd be at 7 as well. All right. I've talked myself into going first with Clarissa. Dang it. I keep flip-flopping, but I'm just going to stop it and just commit to whatever I'm doing right now. So yeah, I think I am going to go first with Clarissa, just so I can try to maximize her chances of like being able to attack an enemy that's by themselves, because as soon as we start getting in there, I think they're more likely to start clustering up. So let's see if we can still focus on going for that mastery. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this video to see how many enemies I've actually killed so far or attacked so far that have been by themselves or next to one of my allies. Then second, we are going to go with Raphael, who is just going to run in and switch to Withering Claw as the augment. The only reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to set up for next turn a nice little combo with what was the card? The one that can give me a bunch of experience? Perverse Edge. So I'm basically just trying to stack a bunch of negative conditions and see what we can do there. Although there are definitely better things that Nah, alright, yeah, I'm not going to rethink it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm just going to try to be greedy because this should we should be more than okay with this scenario. I need to crank up the difficulty. This is a little bit too easy. But let's take advantage of the easy scenarios while we have them. I mean, it's also the first scenario. It's intended to be easy. But then after we go with Raphael, we're going to go with Dwayne, who is going to run in and just do massive boulder to use another charge of backup ammunition and fire off some nice attacks there. Also, I want to generate Leaf with Dwayne so we can set up for a nice turn next round as well. Shift on over to this. We got our initiatives in, and we will draw. Oh, look at that. Clarissa is first. We will start with the move 5 from Sinister Opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the door. Put you there. Let's see what section we have to read. When door 2 is open, read 43.2. Okay, let's jump over to that. Beautiful. 43.2. We got a treasure chest. Amazing. All right, let me set this up. I will be back in a second. All right, I think we're all set up there. Now, I kind of feel dumb for doing this first with Clarissa because like I could have just gone in first with somebody else and like, I don't know. I assume there might be somebody by them, like an enemy by themselves here, but that it's not the case. And so now I'm just considering, do I just want to dip out of this room and wait for some of these attacks to pass before going back in? Or I could just scoot on back for that treasure chest and just take some of these attacks because other people will be able to come in. At least Raphael will be able to come in before the bandit scouts have to go. But they're going. Do I really want them attacking Raphael? Because Raphael is also low health. I'm just going to continue to push my luck here. Why not? If we get exhausted, we get exhausted. We have one more movement here. So we have 5, and then we're going to use the top of practice reflexes to move 1, 2, 3, landing on this treasure chest. I'm not going to attack. I'm not going to do it because I want to see if I can get the mastery done. It might be dumb, but I think maybe I can do it. We get the treasure chest here at the end of our turn. Yeah, both of these are done. Probably regret not attacking, but oh well. It looks like we can actually open the chest on this. Yeah, Clarissa, Loot's Treasure 53, gain 1 check mark. Ooh, that's nice. Is that tracked automatically by any chance? Wow, it is. Amazing. That's so fun. Cool. All right, well, I don't need to mark that anymore. This is going to be, yeah, I'm like not thinking about how the enemies are going to behave here with the traps. So we're just going to let it happen. We're going to see how things shake out. Clarissa's turn is done. That out of the way. So we're going to go with the bandit archers next, who are going to do a move 2, attack 2 or 1, and then create 1 3 damage trap in an adjacent empty hex closest to an enemy. So let me grab some of these trap hexes here. And then the elite is going to go first. The elite is going to try to move out of adjacency, which it can do. I'll have you go here, I guess. And she will attack for 2. Attack for 2. -1, so only 1 damage to Clarissa. Nice, and then they're going to create a 3 damage trap in... Actually, should you have gone there? Yeah, I think actually it's more beneficial for me if I put you here. So I'm going to do that. And then I need to extract this hex here. This is maybe one of the downsides of... You know what, actually I could do this. Take it out that way. Put a trap in here. It's nice having the traps like flush with the rest of these tiles, but it is a little bit of a pain sometimes when you have to like put a trap in the middle of a map. Did not intend for that to rhyme. That was a good rhyme. Trap and map are notoriously difficult words to rhyme with, so. Then, all right, so that ends the elite's turn. Then the normal will go attack for 1 against Clarissa. +0, it's minus just another 1. We're getting pretty lucky with these attack modifiers, honestly, with the monsters, so that's good. And then we're going to get another... I didn't really think this part through, but once again, that's okay. Oh no! Scattering all my hexes everywhere. I'm not a warlock, so it's not really... I'm making some really bad jokes today. But, you know, if you're new to the series, deal with it. That's what I do. I'm physically incapable of making a good joke. That will end the archer's turn. Oh, no, end your turn. Clarissa, you already went. You can't take 2 turns. Raphael will go now. Now, I forget what Raphael was going to do. But it would help if we moved your cards into view as a start. Let's try to help Clarissa with isolating this archer. So we're going to move there with Raphael at the bottom of Pilfer. It gets discarded. And then we will do the top of Withering Claw. So that's going to replace the Mind's Weakness. We're going to add Poison and Muddle to all of our melee attacks. And we're going to do an Attack 2 and Immobilize. Ah, dang, I did kind of want to stack these negative effects. Yeah, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to move you over here. We're going to do the attack against the archer instead. How much health does that elite archer have? 7? Okay. So we will do an attack 2, poison, muddle, immobilize. On that, we're also going to get an experience with Raphael. Attack modifier, +1. So we're going to do attack 3, poison, muddle, and immobilize. On you. Poison, muddle, and where's immobilized? There you are. Cool. I wish if I clicked out of this, it would just go away. No. Yes, the heal 2, or heal, what? Maybe I want to turn off that, because it's kind of confusing to me. +1, and poison, right? Okay. I need to understand like what exactly I'm confirming or rejecting there, because it's not clear to me. But whatever, we got to figure it out. I will deal with that offline. Remove this because that is going to end Raphael's turn. Although actually, do I still have... Debating if I want to use that stamina potion right now. I don't think I do though, because I think I still have... Yeah, I still have Submissive Affliction to be able to move somebody into one of those traps if needed. Okay. Raphael's done. Now we're going to have the Bandit Scouts go. I hope they don't do anything too bad. Oh, if I click them, can I show them as activated? That doesn't matter. The elite's going to go. He's going to do an attack 2, target 2 at range 4. So he's going to target Clarissa first and then Raphael. Attack 2 on Clarissa. -1. Nice. Clarissa, you were getting so lucky. And then attack 2 on Raphael. Null. Heck yeah. Let's go. Then the normal is going to go and do an attack 1 on Clarissa. +0, so that's another 1 damage to Clarissa. Where are you at? You are. And then attack 1 on Clarissa. There's our curse. Heck yes. No damage done to Raphael. That was outstanding. Those scouts are done. And now we have Dwayne going. Dwayne, what were you going to do again? You're going to move and throw some boulders. Dwayne goes 1, 2. Do I want you to stop right there? We were going to throw, what, 1 boulder at Bandit Scout 2. And I can throw the other boulder at the Archer 4. It's kind of overkill, but that's okay. I actually just don't really want... I could just choose not to use that extra boulder. But all right, let's start with... we already did our movement, so we can now remove bottom of Dirt Tornado. Now Massive Boulder. We're going to do an attack 3 at range 2. We will use a charge of backup ammunition because we're doing a ranged attack. And this first one will be on Bandit Scout 2. Attack 3. Ooh, that is not good. That's only going to be 1 damage to that Bandit Scout. Shoot. And then what is it? Archer 5 is going to suffer 1 damage. Oh, you know what? I wonder for Clarissa, did I use throwing knives at one point earlier in the scenario that maybe didn't end up attacking? I might have actually invalidated my attempt at the mastery. But I'm still going to try to go for it because I don't know. I actually might not have. Yeah, I'm actually going to choose not to use this other target for the massive boulder. I'm going to see if I can keep people alive. The only person I really wanted to kill was Bandit number 2, and I did not do that. We do generate leaf. So. Cool. And that will end our round. Let's put this in the discard, though. Oh, and then at the end of Cragheart's turn, we would need to heal 2. We're going to use that heal on... What's the range on it? It's range 3, so I can use it on the Mindthief, or I can use it on myself. I'm going to use it on... let's use it on the Mindthief. Why not? We're generous. I actually may want a short rest too with Clarissa because I kind of want to get back. If I can get practice reflexes back, then I should be in good shape. And rather than shuffle 2 cards, let me actually find... do these have different sides? Yeah, okay. Let's say this side with the 1 on it is heads. Other side is tails. Heads, I get back practice reflexes. Tails, I have to lose a health to get it back. That bounced out of frame. I'm just pulling it back. It is 1 as heads, so I'm going to get back practice reflexes, and I'm going to lose Sinister Opportunity. I lost pile with short rest. At this point, I'm just kind of milking things out for experience and other rewards. Yeah, I definitely need to increase the difficulty here. But that is for next scenario, not this video. For now, we're going to keep things easy. Take advantage of it. Let me put some cards out here. All right, so here is what I'm thinking as I put this money back. We are going to have Raphael just absolutely blitz the hell out of Archer number 4. He's going to go super early. She's already got 3 negative conditions on her. He's going to put a 4th on with Perverse Edge by stunning... Or no, I'm sorry. Put a 4th on with Frigid Apparition by stunning her. And then hopefully he doesn't kill her because he actually potentially could with a +1. That would be unfortunate. But assuming he doesn't, then he would use Perverse Edge and get a giant attack off. That would be, what, an attack 11 plus 4 experience. Yeah, that is... I hope I can do that. That'd be fun to do. Then after that, we will go with Clarissa. Clarissa is going to take the spot that is left from the dead Archer number 4 and do some attacks on the, what's it called? Bandit Scout number 4 there in the corner. And then lastly, we will go with Craig. Nope. I always want to call Cragheart Craig. I feel like that is like the most common name for Cragheart. And like, I was like, I'm not going to do it in this video. I'm absolutely not going to do it. And yet just in the back of my head somewhere, there's always something that is just like, Cragheart's got to be Craig. No, that's Dwayne. So Dwayne is going to come in and just, we'll see how some of the attacks go, but I think he's going to end up just using this big attack on probably just one person, because I want to leave an enemy for Clarissa to start, get some extra attacks off. So let's make that happen. We got our initiatives in here. Draw. Raphael going first, surprising everybody. Ooh, but the archers are actually going, I don't think that's going to have any impact on it, but they are going pretty early. Forgot archers can go super early. But Raphael will start us off. We are going to do the bottom of the frigid apparition first, so let's get 2 experience for that right off the bat. Up to 9. Move 4. I don't feel like moving anywhere. I'm going to stay right there, and then we're going to do an attack 2, stun, generate cold. It's actually attack 3 because that archer is poisoned. So attack 3. No! What's an attack 4? That's going to kill the archer, and I'm not going to get my big attack off. Dang. Dang, dang. Dang, dang, dang. That's a shame. That's okay, though. When you get upset about killing an enemy, she was here, I think. Yeah, because she had a place to trap there. Well, we generate cold from that. And that card is lost. Fortunately. And well, I'm not going to use the top of Perverse Edge now. So let me just... I will discard that, but then I'm going to see if I want to use my stamina potion. Nah, I don't think so. Now, you know what? Actually, we will use it. Let's use it on... Let's get back Perverse Edge just in case. So that stamina potion is used. And Raphael is done. The normal archer is going to go move 4, attack 1, range 4. She's going to be targeting... she would have to target Clarissa, right? Because it's range is first. Yeah, because initiative is a tiebreaker only. So we could go 1, 2, or we could go 1, 2. Let's go here. You know what? Actually, maybe I think she would go here because she wouldn't want to. This keeps her closer to Clarissa. I can't remember if that actually matters or not when they're trying to move away from disadvantage. But yeah, I'll assume we want to prioritize still staying close. Then she's going to do an attack 1. It's going to be +1. Clarissa is down to 1 health. Oof. All right, Clarissa, you can do this. That ends that archer's turn. Ooh, that does... that is annoying. Well, actually, it's not that bad, because as long as we're attacking somebody that's next to one of our allies, I'll go after... I'm just going to go after that archer who just shot me. We got to put her cards into focus here. We're going to do move 3 from the top of practiced reflexes, and we're going to use our winged shoes along with that. We're going to jump on over here. Then we will get an attack 3 off. We get no bonuses from attacking somebody who's not... sorry. Wait, no, we're attacking the archer number 5. We get no bonuses for this, so we're just going to get an attack 3. -1. All right, 2 damage to that archer. That will end practiced reflexes. That goes in our discard pile, and then we use the bottom of Quick Hands to do an attack 3 again on the archer. -1, but we only need 2 anyway. We get an experience for that as well. And that will kill that archer. Dead. More loot in that space. Cool. Go back there. Unfortunately, these bandits are going to go before our Cragheart goes. We're going to do move 2, attack 2, range 3, wound. The elite is going to target Raphael. So move 2, attack 2. We don't need to move anywhere. Attack 2 is going to be +0, so it's going to be 2 damage and wound on Raphael. Wound. And then we're going to get an attack 1. Oh, actually, first, you will go there. And then get an attack 1 off on Clarissa. Oh, Cragheart's going to have to heal Clarissa. Attack 1. Ooh, +1. We're also going to lose a card from Clarissa's hand so she doesn't die. I'm going to lose single out. Put that in our lost pile. We have 3 cards left in our hand for Clarissa. And she does get a wound still as well. Okay, bandit scouts are done. We're gonna have Dwayne go. Dwayne to the rescue, although Dwayne, I actually may not have you do anything. Well, anything in terms of attacking at least. Partly because I don't want to use Rumbling Advance and actually just end up killing Clarissa. That would not be good. So instead, let's swap these. I'm gonna use the top of Rumbling Advance and the bottom of Avalanche. So we're gonna do a heal 4. Let's do that heal 4 on Clarissa. Heal you right up. Let's do this way. Let me try to get used to doing these things. Yes, so I want that healing. Oh, and actually that should be an extra heal. We healed 4. Okay, and we're gonna generate Leaf with that, but we'll do that at the end of the turn. Rumbling Advance is done. Actually, well, I'm just going to mark it as generated now because I'm going to be using that leaf that was already there for this round to do the bottom of Avalanche. So we can heal 2 at range 5 and gain an experience. Did Dwayne? Yeah, okay. So Dwayne's going to get an experience here. And then heal 2. Who do we want to heal? Who do we want? Let's heal Raphael since he's wounded. Come on. There we go. All right, I'm mastering this. At least the healing over these conditions, I'm getting. I'm good. I'm figuring that out in the app. That's going to end that ability. That goes in the discard pile. Boom. Nope. Next round, please. Do I want a short rest with Clarissa? Oh, also, we got, at the end of Dwayne's turn, he gets to do a heal 2. Heal. Haha, heal. He will heal. Let's heal himself for 2. Come on. So much better at this before. All right, yeah, heal 2, and then you get an experience as well. Passive experience is so nice. I actually may short rest with Clarissa just because if I do that, I can potentially get a card that I can get an experience with on the bottom. All right, so let's do similar thing again. If it's the one side up, I want practiced reflexes back. So if it's the one side up, I'll get it back for free. If it's the other side up, I have to lose a health to get it back. Boom. I think that's the one side up. It is. Just making sure it's not one on both sides, and I'm like cheating. No, okay, we're good. Nice. All right. Practice reflexes comes out. Then this gets lost. All right, this, unless something goes terribly wrong here, this should be the last round of our scenario. And I'm gonna have Clarissa go first. So she can use the throwing knives to target 2 enemies, because I'm looking at her mastery and it just says in a single scenario only attack enemies that are adjacent to one of your allies or adjacent to none of their allies and perform at least 10 attacks. I mean, if the throwing knives would count as 2 different attacks, because it's not right? Am I getting the terminology confused here? The one throwing knives ability consists of multiple attacks. So, yeah, I feel like with throwing knives, that should make this mastery actually fairly easy. I was thinking it had to be melee attacks, but that's not the case. I guess it makes sense, though, because you also have, like, you might have somebody who wants to do a ranged build with the silent knife. Then Dwayne's going to go, follow it up with just burning some cards, getting some experience, and probably killing the rest of the enemies here. But if he doesn't kill them, then we just have Raphael, who's going to either do cleanup in terms of the enemies or just collect some loot tokens. So we'll see how that goes. Go over to this screen. Got our initiatives in. Draw. All right, we're all beating those dang scouts. So Clarissa is going to kick us off here. And we're going to get some throwing knife action going on. And we're going to attack 2, target 2, range 3. They're both in range. Let's start with the non-elite. Let's go with number 2 over here. Attack 2 on them. That's +1. That's 3 total. Lose 3 health. And then we will do an attack 2 on the elite who is shielded. +1 or +0, so that's just going to be 1 damage. And then we get an experience for using throwing knives. 6 experience. And then we're going to do the bottom of practice reflexes and do a move 3. Now, actually, if I move, can I move her 3 onto this and choose not to spring this trap and end my turn on it and just be hovering on it? I don't see why not. You may choose not to spring traps and hexes you enter with this movement. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave that loot there for the Mindthief. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to end up destroying this trap with the second part of practiced reflexes. Take that out. Pop it in and replace it with this. And we will get an experience doing that. Boom. And I'm pretty sure I got that mastery for Clarissa, which would be sweet. That'll end her turn. Then next we go with Dwayne. Got weird things going on again. Not sure why that happens. It's like if I hover the cursor, I don't think you can see the cursor, but it's like if I hover the cursor over here in a certain spot, it does weird stuff. Oh, actually, I want to destroy the other trap instead of the one that I'm on because I wanted Cragheart to be able to land on that space. So we're still, I guess, just sitting on that. Let me know if that's breaking a rule. I'm curious to check the FAQs or something, maybe Discord, to see if that's been discussed. But it seems legit to me. It's kind of like flying. Right, we're going to move this. And we're going to make it Cragheart's turn. Boom. So Dwayne is going to start with the bottom of crater, and all adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. Nobody's adjacent. And we're going to do jump 4. Go 1, 2, 3. Land there. And then all adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. That's going to be a handful of folks here. 1, 1, and 1. Gotta drag the right thing. All right. Ooh, I could use the leaf to give that an extra damage, because I don't really need to use the leaf on unstable upheaval anyway. So yeah, let's actually use the leaf on the bottom of crater. And that's going to give us, we're going to net 2 experience total there. And then Clarissa takes an extra damage. This guy takes an extra damage, which will kill that bandit. And we'll drop some loot. And then this bandit will take an extra damage as well. And now this card is lost. Then we'll use the top of unstable upheaval, and we will attack 3 all adjacent enemies. So let's do an attack 3 on that one. All right, it's only going to be 1 damage total. Dang shield. And then all adjacent allies suffer. Oh, I did not even catch that. I am very sorry, Clarissa. You're going to lose 2 more health here. Oh no. Spilling on my things. All adjacent, just allies, not enemies as well. Okay. And then I don't think we gained an experience for this one yet. We will get that experience. And then this is lost. All right, I probably should have done some things differently with the traps and the movement and all this stuff. But hopefully Raphael can clean this up. And if he can't, then he may actually just be able to get a lot of experience in the next turn. But he is, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the bottom of Scurry. We need to well, actually, we're going to be able to land on those 2 coins anyway. So we want to swap these 2 around. So we're going to do the bottom of Submissive Affliction first. And we're going to control this enemy and move them there, because it's the only enemy that's on the board now anyway. Let's push that out of the way. And we will consume the cold element to be able to cause that enemy to suffer 2 damage, and we gain an experience for doing that. 2 direct damage bypassing that shield. And that is discarded. Then we will do a move 3, go here, and we will attack 2, and we get to add poison and muddle to that. All right, what do we got? +1, heck yeah, so that is 3 total, -1 shield, that's 2 damage, that is just enough to kill him. Maybe we did 10, maybe we did 9, whatever. Oh, actually, I think I have stats turned on, so I should be careful about tracking that accurately. Woohoo! All right, we killed all of the enemies. Well, actually, also I have to get my loot. These 2 little looty loots right there. Those will go right into that little mouse wallet that we carry around. Well, actually, that makes it sound like it's just made of mice. And vermlings are pretty friendly with mice. So it's just a normal wallet. Nope, never mind. It's just a normal wallet. No mice were harmed in the making of that wallet. Let's go back to our story here. I think we can go, let's do here first. And then let's go to this page, all full screen. And let's go to the conclusion.
The bandits' loot lies scattered among their bodies, the luxurious fabrics ruined with dirt and blood. You leave the carnage behind and enter the main tent, looking for any riches to salvage. Nothing of value remains, just your luck. But you do find a rusty lockbox containing some empty red coin pouches and a ledger. It appears the bandits had moved beyond simple raids on unsuspecting caravans, securing more reliable sources of income. One from inside Gloomhaven, and another from a group just north of the city. Both clients appeared to be paying for regular updates on the comings and goings of Gloomhaven's military. Do one job, get paid twice. These bandits would have made decent mercenaries. You shake off the thought as you grab the thieves' ledger and head back to Gloomhaven. You collect your reward from the military, then find Jexera back at the Sleeping Lion Inn.
It's always nice to see thieves get their due.
She counts out coins as she speaks, her bracelets jingling softly.
We'll work together again soon, I'm sure.
She scoops the gold into a blood-red pouch and slides it across the table.
It's so difficult to find associates you can trust.
Each character gains 10 gold. We're going to gain 1 merchant and 1 city guard reputation. I think that's the correct labels or the names for those reputation tracks. And then a new scenario, Ruinous Crypt. So let's go over into Gloomhaven Secretariat. And how do we mark this scenario as complete? Maybe down here, Bandit Camp. Finish scenario. Success. We met our battle. Oh, well, if I click on that, does it show? Yeah, okay. We met our battle goal with everybody, I think, right? Because we always stuck to a wall or an obstacle with the Mindthief, and the Cragheart never performed a basic action. Cool. So, yes. Check. Wait, why? Why do I get 2? Oh, okay. I guess it's showing like the number of check marks you would get for it typically. I guess you could choose to give yourself an extra check mark for it. I'm not going to do that. I promise I won't. I think, yeah, because Clarissa already got a second check mark anyway from the treasure chest. So everybody got 2 check marks this scenario anyway. That's awesome. I think I need to subtract 25 gold from everybody though, because I gained the items, but I never actually subtracted gold from these. So I will have to take care of that because we should be at 18, 16, and 18 respectively. Just getting our total gold is just the number of gold that we've gotten from this scenario so far. 13 experience total for Clarissa, 17 for Dwayne, and 16 for Raphael. That's a pretty good spread. And then potentially, I do think I got the mastery for Clarissa, our silent knife, but I will wait to check that off until I can confirm by looking back at the video, because that definitely seems to be the easiest mastery check mark of all of the between the 6 mastery check marks we have like from all of our characters right now. That one seems to be the easiest. Let's see. Can I hover and see? Okay, I think it's Merchant Guild and City Guard reputation, but pretty sure that's correct. Finish that. Sweet, it downloaded my backup automatically. That is excellent. Is it going to show that we have the next scenario unlocked? Oh, it does! That's brilliant. Oh my gosh, these apps have come such a long way. It's incredible. I think I'll add it for Gloomhaven Full Stack as well. I'm mostly just using Gloomhaven Full Stack to be able to track like the images on here, because I like being able to show them. But let's do that really quickly. 2 is unlocked. Show this one as complete. Oh, okay, it's sorting them by unlocked goes to the top. All right, got it. Got it. And then if we do highlight, is that going to sync these? Okay, cool. Nice. Nice. Does that mean it's locked now? No. Why is it red? Oh, and then lastly, let me actually just check our party sheet because, that's amazing. Look at that. If I hovered over it here, no, okay. Oh, that's so much fun. I love how it's just tracking all this stuff automatically. And then let's see if we go to our, I don't think that Secretariat has the nice map view that Gloomhaven Full Stack has, but it does have this scenario chart at least. So that'll be good for like kind of mapping out how we want to do that stuff. Set scenario. There's got to be another way to get to it. This is one way. Okay, yeah, cool. So that's one way. All right, anyway. That will do it. Nope, that's not the one that I wanted to show. That will do it for, I mean, hey, you know what? Shout out to Foreteller again. Really appreciate you letting me use your audio in these playthrough videos. Shout out again to all the other people that I gave shout outs to in this video. Actually, there's one person I did not give a shout out to earlier. My buddy made these little angled stands for me, these little standees so that I could have, it's kind of hard to see with the brightness going on here, but he designed these and then printed them for me in all the different colors that I needed. Amazing. I threw some Scotch tape on there so I could write on them with dry erase marker to make the things easier to see. But anyway, thank you for your help. I will leave your name out of it just for, I don't know. I don't know if you care or not, but you know who you are, and thank you for your help. But thank you to everybody who's watching this video. Please, if you have feedback on things that would make the whole playthrough experience better for you, like if there's certain views that you were expecting to see you're not seeing, or like I can try to make cards bigger or more readable. But yeah, if you have anything that was like that you think could be better, let me know. I will try to accommodate it. But yeah, thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye. Double wave.